Mist seethes.
It reeks. Something's close. Nice moves there, Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex. He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you. Your brother. What became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
It was you who killed him.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
Rex, sir. My name's Rex. All I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I. Living in
Time botched. Save the discussion for later.
We found them! What if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the
As I
king.
feared. They're slowing us
Home,
down.
Captain Ozilus's
And for my parents.
Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
His Majesty was a traitor.
A twin brother. Fancy that. But still, the pieces fit, I'll give you that much. And he did look like you.
I don't believe you.
Of course not. It was my fault that Rex was there. I am sorry.
My brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost everything. How can I believe you?
Not me, then. Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland. Now, surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything.
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy. What's done is done.
Welcome back, my little recusants. We have just finished up that cutscene there. It was a bit of a delay, but we are back with another episode of our Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age 100% guide. And right now we are just having a quick look around the license board. I was going to say Crystarium, but that is not the upgrade thing we're looking at right now. But as I say, we are just kind of going to try our best to get some more useful accessories, and we have an accessory that we kind of need to buy one to unlock the other four. So yeah, it's tricky. It's like, do we just go, you know, weapons so that like when we get the next couple of bows we'll always be able to unlock them straight away? Whereas I went for bows there when I really should have went for the light armor, because we actually had light armor we could have equipped to her, you know? But then there's also the other side where do we just get the raw stat increases or the passive abilities? Like I know the HP 30% is like not that much, but you also have like HP 310, you know? And those kind of boosts are massive boons to have now at lower levels when you're literally doubling your own HP, rather than at level 50 something when it's not going to be that much of a game changer, you know? But as I say, we are just going to ski-daddle along, and we're going to, you know, go from that save crystal and just ski-daddle more forward. As I say, the minutes are going to be draining electricity, so it's really important that we take the time to go and track them down before we end up in complete darkness. Like, as you can see already, it's now starting, and we had that typical D&D trope of a mimic being disguised as a treasure chest, so our greed is being punished, but we get some EXP and some license points there, so not too bad at all. We will be returning to this area later on in the game, and we will be able to unlock other branching pathed areas. But for now, they're specifically walled and closed off so that we don't end up getting somewhere with enemies in their 50s and 60s, you know? It's a bit like the dinosaur situation, the T-Rex that's in the Ester Sand where we first arrive. It's like there are just things in the overworld that are like, yeah, you're in this area too soon, you will just get wrecked. But as we went through with the cutscene, Bosch is basically saying that he had a twin brother that impersonated him and framed him for the murder of King Ramanas, therefore leading to the downfall of Dalmasca and its subsequent occupation by the Empire. And they're basically saying that Rex needed to be there and needed to survive that encounter so he could then say that, you know, it was their own men and, you know, that the Empire didn't, you know, harm Ramanas in any way. But Vaughn's brother was basically the scapegoat to basically be there, tell them the narrative that the Empire wants him to say. But, you know, that's what makes it intriguing, you know? It's really interesting. And now we have our stuff nearly at 100, but these little mimics are continuing to be a pest. I mean, it makes sense. They are insects. Weevil Underwood would be having a field day collecting these Pokemon. Or these Pokemon? These monsters. And just like that, we're going to have to end up ruining our lovely streak while he casts Regen, which is not the vibe, but our DPS is too much. And it falls. 50 XP is not bad though, in fairness. But whenever we see the electricity going down, we have to try and find it. And likewise, here's kind of where we're like, oh, is this a gate that we can open soon? Possibly, possibly not. But that's what I like about this game over other Final Fantasies that are a bit more linear. You don't get to revisit stuff. Like this particular game has, you know, a run through, and then there will be more stuff to find completely on your own at a later stage. But as well as that, oh, Bosch, nice one. And now Fran is leveling up. Very good, girl. We love that for you. I always thought Fran and Balthier leveled up together. More fool me. Oh, but a dark moat. So moats are essentially like items that act as spells. And the dark spell, a bit like the holy spell. Like holy, I think, is on a whole different other level when you compare them. But the dark spell is a powerful AoE attack. So that's quite good. Oh no, Balthier and Fran did both level up. Oh god. I'm glad they're still on the same wavelength. But with 100% energy, we step into a boss fight. We kind of were vibing with that purely because like there's a save crystal and then just an entryway. But as you can see, we're now at like the mommy mimic, the mimic matriarch herself, the mimic queen. And now they're all dying for some electricity. So there are going to be ads that are going to be draining energy for the mommy mimic. So what we're going to want to do is attack the tiny batteries, but I'm just going to steal from the mimic queen if I can. Not of rust, not too bad. But you're going to want to focus your characters on killing these little ads, because they're what'll basically lead to mommy mimic gaining an incredibly powerful attack. So while I'm doing that, Bosch is basically targeting down the mimic queen, so that's fine. And yeah, what's going to be a bit of an issue is Balthier and Fran are now going to be trying to attack other creatures, so their gambits are going to slightly mess us up a little bit. And you see, because we're killing the ads, she's going to spend more time, you know, trying to spawn more, which isn't bad. So now we can kind of take that time to give it a bit of a zap. And now, you know, we still have our energy and our charge really high. And now we see more of these little guys. So let's start attacking. And just getting our fellas manually just to get rid of them, you know. And now, oh, combo, 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 combo. Always really good. And she's silenced. So that means her thunder now can't work. And look at this, the absolute like synergy. And now look, she only spawns one. And you guys can just take the time to just get a couple of different characters attacking these little tiny batteries. So I've sent Bosch to run after that. And now we can keep Vaan with his high combo chance. And now Bosch can attack this one. And we can just keep Fran and Vaan attacking away at the Queen. And that's what I like about this kind of hybrid situation, is that you're able to automate with the gambits, but like in a tricky situation, you can just press X and just go through your options and just have like that your ranged character just over by the gate. She's in absolutely no danger. And it's going to do a supercharge move. 176 actually was a lot of HP in fairness. But it has no other adds. I can just chuck an Al potion, that'll heal up. And it's now readying the shock storm again, so we might want to give ourselves a bit of an extra boost to HP. And hopefully just get our attacks in before Ground Shaker. Oh no! Oh, that wasn't that much damage, and it's over. Another boss done for, and I believe we don't get a congratulations this time because you have to literally run for it. But we have made it out safe and sound. And now really it is just having to basically cross back to Dalmasca via the Estersand. Or Westersand, one of them anyway. But it is amazing how all the maps are interconnected, you know?
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
Where are we? The Estersand, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanasta before we shrivel up. By your leave, Captain.
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late. The people may hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
And this is where we have to give it up for Bosch. Like, he is a man that is reviled by the people because they think they killed their king. And he's like, it doesn't matter, I'm in service of Dalmasca. I have to, like, look after them, you know? Oh, poor Al Bosch. Got a bit of a beating. Oh, why am I letting Fran heal? Just hit the save point and I will heal everything. And then this basically gives us a clue that we will be able to return in once we collect a different key. So the whole entrance cave with a crash and the boss is still inside. There's another entrance in the bar room around here and we just need a key. Saving. And basically, I'm going to just 2 times speed this next little bit, just so we can just see kind of how much more powerful we are in comparison to, you know, the start of the game when we were only level 1 and 2, you know? But again, like another 230 is Vaan near 1,000 HP already. Like it's really, really good. And as I say, if we can work our way to that 300, that'll put us definitely over 1,000, you know? And even though, like look at Vaan, like he's literally skyrocketed ahead in HP compared to like Bosch, who should be like our tanky warrior bro, you know? And like, I will say, I then put this on 2 times speed as well. So this is basically like 4 times speed. But like, the music is grand and it's not too out of sync that you guys will get like upset, hopefully. But it was literally just a handy little bit of license point collecting and just stuff to sell, you know? Like, if we can get the chain up high, we'll just get potions naturally. And if we're able to sell potions, that's more money as well. So just when you're going through the Ester Sand, then just hunt the wolves. Like if you end up with some other, you know, creatures like the cockatrices and things, just ignore them. Because realistically, you just want to get a really high chain. Look, you saw them, flee from them, and only attack the wolves. And the chain will last until you basically get to a save point. So look, we're already getting like wolf pelts and potions. So it is pretty good. And you get like, you know, a bunch of little heals and little perks for getting through all of them. And then we just see the cockatrices up above, but I'm like, no, there should be more wolves somewhere. And that's really how the next grind, or like really the first big grind, is going to be. We also got the spell for silence. Massive thing there. Search out for that spell silence. Do not miss out on that. Rewind the video. Because there's a spell for blind, there's a spell for silence, there's a spell for haste. There's certain spells that are really powerful that you basically need to find in static chests around the world, or you will miss out on them. So really important you pick up silence there. And just, you know, skedaddle your way along. Find any wolves if you can. But just keep the chain alive, hopefully. And if there's nothing else, we can just make our way back to Rabanastre. But yeah, that's where I'm like, silence is super important. Now we don't have a black mage yet, but by jeepers, whenever you can get a spell, just make sure you pick one up, because certain ones like haste, like bravura, you know, there's certain spells that are only gotten through chests, not through buying them in the shop. So you just want to make sure you're getting all of those to the best of your ability. And we're just picking up some more potion lore and remedy lores, so making our items all that bit more useful, which obviously is always a bonus. I'll have to double check, but I think potion lore increases the vitality of all potions, so like making high potions also heal more. But we're just picking up our few other bits and pieces. And as I say, if we can see an accessory like the Tourmaline ring and the battle harness, like we're going to just try and build out our accessory collections just so we can actually equip some of the stuff that we have already. But we're back in Rabanastre, and I'm going to pause for these cutscenes.
I thank you.
I'd avoid crowds if I were you. In this town, you're still a traitor, you know.
The Resistance will surely find me soon. Fate's will, we meet again. I would pay my respects to your brother.
You're a fugitive now too. Stay low for a while.
What about the stone?
Do as you like. That stone's ill-favored.
We feel regret. We sought that stone and found ourselves only worry.
You offering it?
It's mine.
Then why'd you ask? Our regards to your girl.
We stay in Rabanastre a while.
I love those two. Like, Balthier is the total gentleman. He's like, send our regards to your girl who you literally left worried.
Can I trust Bosch? I gotta get rid of this thing.
After all the trouble, Vaan.
But maybe I should show it to Penello first, so she knows I got something. She'd be at Miguel's place this time of day.
So Balthier and Fran are gone, so it's just Vaan again, on the way to say hi to Penello. But like, can we just pause and like put some respect on Balthier's name? He was like, one, I don't want the silly rock. And then Vaughn's just being an idiot, being like, oh my god, like, you know, what about the stone? And he's like, I don't want it. And it's like, are you offering it? And it's like, no. And then he's like, well, why'd you bring it up then? We weren't asking you for it. Why would you bring it up? So like, keeping Vaan in check, number one, that's important. But just, I want to point this out that it is interesting that they'll kind of give little foreshadowings. Because they're kind of like, are you the guy that got arrested in Lowtown? And you're like, no, not me, and definitely somebody else. So it's just funny to kind of look in on that. But then Balthier's also like, give us a shout out to your girl. You like left worried because you literally were like, I'm gonna go rob a place, even though you said specifically not to. So he's keeping Vaan in his place, and he's also 100% like, girl, like, look after your girl. She is important, you know, do not disrespect this girl, Penello. And I am just getting rid of everything. There was just so much crapola from all these different areas that we've been, you know? And that's the one thing I like about this game, is that, like, you're not just getting gil from just, like, fighting. It's like you're getting loot, and that loot you're selling, you're getting money for, and then you're potentially unlocking things in the bazaar, which is great. And really gives you an excuse to actually go out monster hunting, because you're like, oh my god, what if I actually get something really cool? Now, I know we've unlocked all the monographs, but we will, in very short time, be getting our money situation to a point where we can grind up very quickly and basically give ourselves all these different monographs, which is great. But with the little bit of money that we did get, we're going to just buy ourselves some nice new equipment that we can equip. Now, it's only increasing it by 1, but you'll be so surprised what an extra 1 or 2 in a stat will do. Now, the shields don't actually increase defense, they increase evade. So that's where if you have a one-handed weapon and a shield, you're actually increasing your evasion, so you actually take like 0 damage. And I'm just checking all the other shops, but I believe one shop that's going to be crazy busy is the Gambit shop. But even from this particular seller, he has a moment where you're like, you know, haven't seen Miguello around the shop often, so we're getting lots of lore. So let's pop by Miguello's and get a cutscene.
Is it really you? I heard you got took off to Nalbina.
The Imperials will need more than a dungeon to stop me.
You broke out of a dungeon? Whoa!
Hey, try and keep it down, would you? Penello isn't around, is she? Out on a delivery, maybe?
Nope, haven't seen her all day. Not like her to up and skip out on work like that. Miguello's not here either. He went running off somewhere a little while ago.
So much for my big welcome. I guess everybody's busy.
I got my hands full watching the shop, and old Dallin had something for me to do, but I can't get away.
Old Dallin, huh? Tell you what, I'll go see him for you.
Really?
Well, nothing better to do.
And now we have to go find Penello. Our girl has vanished like Houdini. So now it's off to go talk to old Dallin in Old Town and just be like, bro, where's Penello? You have the lowdown secrets of everything. So please let us know. So again, heading back. You'll hopefully be happy to see us. I love Old Town's music. Oh, it's so good.
Well, well, look who we have here. Heard you were sent off to Nalpina.
And I got out of there as fast as I could. But it was all worth it, Dallin. Here, look at this.
My. Quite a treasure you've got there.
Well, you know, I couldn't have done it without your help.
So, there is more to this gutter churl than first meets the eye. Vaan, I've an errand, a simple favor to beg of you. I was going to ask that kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found. Mind you, you are to deliver the sword to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dallin, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penello is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Dallin.
And so it is done, but will it be enough to remind him of what the Order once meant?
Look at Dallin having like all sorts of mysterious, you know, ploys, etc. Because again, me as like a silly preteen playing this game, I was like, oh my god, like what does Vaan have to know about the Order for? And it's like, no, dummy. This is like for Azalas and Bosch to kind of bond and be like, yeah, we were here to protect the king. We have to unite and everything. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm just like, oh my god, I was so stupid for not realizing what these cutscenes were actually about. Now listen, we have had a whirlwind of an episode. Boss fights, licenses, shopping. It's had it all. But we're basically going to be running into a really important cutscene. I don't want to talk over it. But it's going to lead us up to the end of the episode. So thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I should probably put these at the start of the video and not like at the very tail end where I probably lost a lot of people. But if you've made it here, hit a subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll chat to you at the next episode. Have a good one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Then what do you make of Andor's proclamation? Are you suggesting they fooled even the Marquis?
What if a judge killed the king, not the captain? That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
In that case, the captain would be brother to a judge. How are we to trust such a man?
Now there is the Bosch that I remember.
Then will you fight again at my side?
His word alone convinces me of nothing.
I'd take his word over that of a mouthpiece Marquis.
Then you name Rex liar with him.
My brother was no liar!
Just the opposite. Rex was the witness they needed. They had to make it appear as if I killed the king. Rex bears no blame. The fates have willed it.
So this is Rex's brother. Your words may convince a child such as this, but they weigh far too lightly on the scales for my taste. Our paths will remain separate.
Do you not think Amalia worth saving?
I hold men's lives in my hands. I must see foes in every shadow. The night we moved against Vane, he knew. I will not chance such disadvantage again. I must treat you as I would Ondor, as I would treat any abettor of the Empire.
Then what will you do? Hold me here in chains? Some things never change, do they?
Listen to me, Bosch. Your cage may have no bars, but it is a cage. The eyes of the Resistance watch unblinking.
Let them watch. I know something of cages.
That's right. Amalia's in the Resistance.
Then you know her?
Sorta. We met just before we got sent to Nalbina. I've known nicer people.
Our paths keep crossing, yours and mine. It's more than coincidence.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry. Allow me one last annoyance, a favor to ask. I want you to take me to Balthier. Even caged birds need wings.
This makes us even.
Even?
For Nalbina. We couldn't have done it without you.